Don, who influenced you the most?
Well, if I look back over the 50 years of racing, I got to say that my wife was the most influenced because she was always there. And any time that I ran into a little problem and got a little down in a situation, she always encouraged me. She always would say, Don, you got a good head on your shoulders. You're the smartest guy in drag racing. You know, those kind of things really pump you up.
That is awesome. She was your support system. But most women are afraid. Most women at the track are scared when their husband gets in the car, and she was cheering you on.
Let me tell you something. In 1970, I was trying to get the rear engine car perfected, and we'd been out to the track for 3 months and couldn't get it to do anything. And so we just kind of tucked it over to the side and we're building another slingshot. She came out in that shop and she said, what is that? I said, well, honey, that's my new slingshot. She said, you'd get back in one of those things after it tore your foot off? And I said, well, honey, this is what I do. She says, look, you got a good head on your shoulders. You got all this equipment here in this garage. And you got 2 good men that'll do anything you want. Now get back on that rear engine car.
Gotta love that. You gotta love that. Who did you most enjoy racing with?
The fiercest competitor was actually Shirley Muldowney, but it was a short period of time that she raced. The Greek, Chris Karamessinis, was the one. He actually beat me in 1959 for the championship in Great Bend, Kansas. And today, at 78, I think he is still driving a top fuel dragster over 300 miles an hour. I just have to say I have a lot of respect for that, and we had a lot of fun over the years.
And a few years ago, you drove a top fuel car, right?
Yes.
310 miles
And
an
he
hour?
was the guy in the other lane when I made my first 300-mile-an-hour run.
Nice!
And it was at the Nationals at Indianapolis, 2001.
Very cool. Who won?
I did.
You did, of course you did. Do you have any regrets about your racing career?
Well, you know, I should have went and drove a NASCAR to see what it was like, because it was down there in Florida where it all got started, and it all kind of started together. The drag racing guys, we were called the black leather jacket hoodlums, and the NASCAR guys were the rum runners from the Carolinas, and it all kind of started on the beach there. We would drag race on the beach, and they had their race on the beach.
On the beach, what was that like?
Well, it was on the sand, it don't have the traction you have on pavement, but you'd be surprised. It got pretty hard out there. You could get way up over 100 miles an hour in like a mile. And I always wished that I had went over and drove one of those NASCARs and seen what it was like, but I was so busy. There was so much time devoted to the drag racing. There was always a race and a race and a race, and I just never did it. And if I had to do over, I believe I'd try it out.